In this video, we will discuss about how Professor Calabresi has modified Professor Coe's theorem. Professor Calabresi's theory of economic analysis of law is different in the sense that he gives or he recognizes the nature of rights and the issue of distribution of rights in the context of economic approach to law. So now what Professor Calabresi says that a just society will first agree on certain first order legal decisions. That is, when there is a conflicting rights, like we discussed in the example of right of the factory to emit smoke versus right of the citizen to clean air, the society has to make a decision between give preference to one of these conflicting rights before they have an economic approach to it. And Professor Calabresi wants that unless the society agrees on these first order legal decisions, it is possible that mostly the wealth and the power of industrialists would prevail over the decision, right. Now, after saying about the first order legal decision, what Professor Calabresi talks about, there are three things that we need to consider while arriving at or while choosing one of the conflicting rights. That is, first one is economic efficiency, the distributional pattern, and then the second one distributional preferences, and the third one is other considerations of justice. So, these are the three things that we need to consider while choosing between two conflicting rights. Now, how do you determine economic efficiency? This is where Professor Calabresi talks about the Pareto standards. He says that prefer any situation where such an arrangement gives better off to one person without the cost of at least one person of that group being worse off than the previous arrangement. So, this Pareto optimality is again different in different situations, in the sense it is Pareto optimality. For example, if we take the case of we can easily buy the right to silence when one person is willing to pay more for it, then the other person will be willing to pay for his right to make noise, right. So, the Pareto optimality in the context of each situations. Now, what Professor Calabresi talks about is, his theory is a little different than Professor Coe's and Professor Posner in terms of the effective outcome. Because Professor Coase and Posner, they both talk about the outcome, but Professor Calabresi, he talks about in the terms of the process of arriving at the outcome, where he involves that the society, where he says that the society should take a decision. Now, when we are talking about society, he says the society being represented by the legislature first initially can distribute the entitlements in whatever way it wants. Then some of these entitlements can be renegotiated by the individuals in accordance with the property rules. For example, in India, Transfer of Property Act. Then again, there are certain entitlements which can be bought or sold or exchanged at a price that is determined by the state. That is, these entitlements are protected by liability rules. Then there are certain inalienable rights which cannot be bought or sold or exchanged at any cost. Now, Professor Calabresi classifies his entitlements protected by property rules, protected by liability rules, and the one that are inalienable. Now, what he says is, now the question arises, why should the state determine price for the entitlements which are protected by liability rules. Let the state decide that the entitlements are to be transferred or exchanged, bought or sold, then let the negotiation process happen at the individual level. Professor Calabresi answers this question saying that if we allow this, then there is a chance that the final transfer may not actually take place if there is no collective determination by the state. He gives an example to illustrate this point. Let's suppose that there is a requirement of 100 acres of land to build a factory, and this factory will give employment to 1 lakh people from that village and the surrounding villages. And these people, the people who will actually get the job, are willing to pay rupees 100 per person. And now this 100-acre land is actually owned by thousands of people. Now they will have an average value to their land, right? In case if these 1000 people's value of their lands, an aggregate of that, is well within 100 into 1 lakh people who are actually will be benefited by getting a job in that factory. If this value of the land is lesser than what they are actually ready to pay, then you could see that it is actually a good deal, right? But it's a Pareto optimal situation, but in reality it is different, because each person will have a different concept of valuing his or her property. In cases like some people might think that they have a more fertile land because they've been constantly practicing agriculture there, compared to a land which is barren and there was no agriculture in the past so many years. So that sort of different valuation that is given by the individual to their land comes into picture, right? So now this is where the collective transfer at the end may not happen, but in the case if the state determines the valuation of the property, then there is a chance that the transfer might finally happen, and which is anyway beneficial in the sense it's giving jobs to the people, right? Now the only problem here is, in case if there is a exchange of entitlement which is protected by property rules, we can actually know the value of that transaction based on at whatever value it was sold or exchanged. But in case of entitlement which is governed by liability rules, now the problem anyway the value cannot be determined easily, because the problem may be because of there may be overcompensation or undercompensation, right? But even Professor Calabresi has also relaxed one of the conditions of Professor Coase, that is bargaining. This modified approach has some elements of justice, in the sense it's talking about distribution of entitlements and the designation of entitlements as entitlements governed by property rules, entitlements governed by liability rules, and entitlement governed by inalienability rules. So that element it does talk about justice, but the issue of justice and distribution becomes secondary to the aim of economic efficiency. The ultimate goal is to attain economic efficiency. That is one problem with Professor Calabresi's theory. Now again Professor Coase and Professor Calabresi, they assume that the value of 1 rupees to all the individuals will be same, which is again a false assumption. So this issue is addressed by Posner, and we will discuss Posner's economic analysis of law in the next video.